Yes, I'm Rob Paulsen, and I'm Donatello on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What do you think makes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles so iconic that it can survive for such a long time in our culture?
Yeah. If I had the answer to that question, you and I would be having this discussion on my private jet. It is one of those very unique franchises, or really very unique properties that comes along maybe once or twice in a generation. It's kind of like McDonald's, and by that I mean that when my son is probably about your age, and when my son was little, you know, we didn't go out and start buying him McDonald's. He probably saw a few commercials, but one day it was like, I need to have McDonald's. The same thing is, there's something about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird created that absolutely grabs at the heart and soul of every child, and the child and every adult. I really don't know what it is. I do know that in terms of other franchises, if you look at this by any objective measure, there are very few franchises that have had this kind of staying power for a generation, and maybe almost two now. And especially the new iteration ticks all the boxes. It creates huge revenue for Viacom, which, you know, that's part of the job. It gets incredible reviews from virtually every online and traditional media source. And the toys sell, and we have people that are your age and have children who come in and go, oh my God, I've got my old school turtle shirt on because I was Raphael in the original show 25 years ago. And I see people all the time here dressed in their traditional turtle shirts, and they're holding their kid with their new Ninja Turtle shirts, and they both are into it. So I can only assume that it is lightning in a bottle, but Ciro and Brandon, the guys that are doing the show now for Nickelodeon, are the perfect guys to do it because they grew up watching the Turtles, and they absolutely respect the fan base and the franchise. And I think it's reflected in the success of the show.
What is in store for the Turtles for this next season?
Oh, it's great stuff. We have one really cool thing that we started out the season with, and that is that our new Leonardo is Seth Green. So Seth, as you guys know, especially being in the geek business, Seth brings a ton of geek cred to the show. He also happens to be a turtle fanatic, so having Seth on board has been great. But we start the season with the Turtles hiding out in the forest where they've taken their brother Leo, who had the living daylights beat out of him in a fight with the Krang in the last season's finale. So they're nursing him back to health. And also Master Splinter is gone, and they can't find him. So the whole season basically is spent in all sorts of new backgrounds, like they're now in the forest for the next few episodes. But the cool thing about that is that if you're looking at it from a cinematic standpoint, this TV show looks like a movie on HD TV. It's crazy. All the money on the show is on the screen, and the backgrounds and the forests and the critters and the detail of the monsters and the bad guys, it's fantastic. There's so much going on. And so, yeah, we have some really cool stuff. We also have the fact that Donatello has this unrequited forbidden love with April, who's now a contemporary, right? And in the original show, April was kind of a big sister. She was like you, a news person. But now April is a contemporary, and she and Donnie have this thing going on, which is odd because, of course, it's an interspecies romance. Then Casey Jones comes into the picture, played by Josh Peck, with April played by the beautiful Mae Whitman. And the three of us have this love triangle. So, you know, Casey and Donnie bang heads, but we really need each other to help each other out. But we both love April. It's just like real life, folks.